And welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Together We Roll, Part 2, Episode 2.
Yeah.
We got a lot to go through.
We do. We survived.
Yes, you did.
Oh, my God. But we got such a train wreck. Well, shipwreck.
Shipwreck. Yeah, but before we get to that, big shout out to Sean, Mac. I did the same thing on part 1. To Mac, the first person that, the big fellow that...
Mac?
Mac?
Like, Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. He printed a bunch of the stuff that we just used for the battle map.
Nice.
The walls I was ripping off and everything, that was the original ship that we had. So,
Mac?
thank you, Mac. Still using your items. I miss you. Anyway, and also we have to do Corinne Mill.
Yes.
Never been that
So, you probably have seen, like say, our current layout here. We've got two folks who are our new cast members. They have little gray caricatures for their pictures. Corinne Milne is working on the artwork for those, and as soon as they're
For Brian and
for Brian and Tanya. So as soon as they're ready, we're gonna post them up here and add them to the show and add them to our credits and all that fun stuff. So looking forward to it. Stay tuned to see this more amazing art from Corinne Milne.
Bring out the extra dark tea when you load up that software to make the new intro again.
Oh man, I know that's gonna be. I did the current intro, and that it's going. I'm not really. Yeah, I'm dreading it and excited about it at the same time because that is going to be a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and it'll be more work to reintegrate the new pictures.
It's gonna be fun.
But it's a labor of love as always, and I love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of intros.
Yes, let's get to the intro so we can move on to the second part of the second episode. See you in a moment. Bye-bye. And sorry for those that have headsets on. I'm not really sorry, but I'm saying I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not fixing that in post. Sorry.
We got another episode to complete. So, just a small little recap, because from part 1 to part 2, you just finished surviving a rock and dragon attack. Unfortunately, it caused a couple of crewmates, a couple of companions, as Nico, the warrior battle chicken, fell to a major amount of acid damage, and so did Mr. Hemingway the octopus. He's currently waiting on the ninth wing of hell to be summoned again. The ship crashed. Lightly, if you would call it a light crash, as it was a very good roll for the captain. But he had to roll with a little bit of higher DC because right at the last second, you decided to just pull the eject button and go through all the saves.
I don't want to be here anymore. Click.
Very much Looney Tunes styles, just different poses.
It's a lot of damage. That's effectively me dropping.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's exactly what you did. But thanks to your armor, you did not take any damage.
It's like armor lock.
So, as you guys reconvene, as the rain is still spilling up from before, seemingly being just apparated from non-existence, as rain falls from the floor to the stormy sky where the various balls of lightning are still...
Balls of lightning.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, there's occasional balls that are currently glowing, and then the lightning's... It's a strange magical storm, but this is not a normal storm as it's a mana storm. And every hour that you are flying, you would have to roll a d20, and if you roll too low, you would have dropped out of the sky anyway.
Well, luckily we're not flying anymore.
No, you're not
I'm so
flying.
glad we've solved that problem.
Oh, wait! While you're in the air, roll a d20 for both your movable rods.
Fuck.
Oh no, he's got 2 lightning
I
rods.
forgot about that.
Does he also count as a lightning rod?
He's big metal.
Is it 12? I'm not grounded though.
Oh, that's true. He's
So
not
a
grounded.
12 and a what?
2.
One of your movable rods do not work right now.
Click. Click. Excuse me, it would be click, click, click. Look!
Yeah, pretty much.
Click, 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 click. Okay? Click, click. Click, click.
I feel like doing the you've seen the American Ninja Warrior where they have to hop up with the one bar. You're maybe doing the opposite with
The
that.
opposite.
Luckily, he has no fatigue to deal with, so
And I've got a
other than
strength that can take care of it.
Oh,
It takes a little bit, but due to your just stupid amount of strength, you're fine. But it's still just
Click, click,
Awkward.
click, 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 click.
there's not gonna- So, as you guys reconvene at the listing ship right now, that is about 17 feet or so into the water itself, with major part of the hull that has been opened up by the dragon, currently flooded, as people are currently swimming in various degrees of skill, as the crew are currently getting off of the ship and off onto dry land, with a lot of them currently just hugging the floor, face down.
Sweet
While a couple
land.
others are making prayers, and others are just kind of wide-eyed, just...
Sweet land.
What's the ranger doing after having to get to fight such...
Make a perception check.
Can I see her? I'm like 1,000.
At 1,000 feet, no.
I mean, I don't know that I'm 1,000 feet away, but I'm assuming I'm still
You're
pretty
at
far
least
back.
500 feet away.
Yeah, okay.
It's dark, right?
It is dark, yes. It is currently, I would say, about afternoonish. Well, it was in the morning, so it's still morning. It is dim light right now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's not dark, but
It's not night.
No.
I need to show something that I wanted to show earlier to you, but forgot to do so through all the chaos and stuff. But I don't know if you can read that bottom part. Don't read it out loud.
When did you grab that?
That
When
one.
did you grab that? That's
That-
important.
Okay. Last battle, not this one. Prior.
Okay, I'm going to say no,
Okay.
because you were in the midst of the battle and you didn't say you were going to do that. And
No, not the dragon battle. We're talking.
Oh, okay.
A while ago.
A while ago.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll allow it.
The bullet from hell, or the arena fight, or the mind flayer, or the
There's a lot of fighting.
General. No, yeah, I'm not. You don't even know what it is. So I wanted to share that with the DM, and I kept forgetting to do so.
Then it makes more sense if you did it before.
Yes, no, before this whole dragon thing. This is what
Okay.
it is.
Anyway, so Ek, you're waterlogged. Currently just kind of chilling at the bottom of the river.
I'm.
You can still breathe.
Oh, and I can still breathe. Well, actually, I'm holding my breath. I'm not. Oh, actually, I can breathe underwater. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, because
Your,
of my second
Totem spirit.
second totem spirit. I can also see in the dark.
Correct.
So I am underwater, and I'm going to look for. I've got the horn, or the
Yeah, well, you kind of had to let go because you...
correct. So I'm looking for that.
Easy enough to find. It takes a little bit, but it's actually currently at the bottom of the river, sitting about embedded a few inches
All right.
with part of the skull still.
So I need to know where that is. But now that I know where it's at, I'm going to be looking around to see if I find anyone else underwater that is not able to cope like I can.
Make a perception check.
Let's not break that
Click.
by throwing a big metal dice near a piece of
Really fine crystal.
drinking vessel. Ooh, nice. 18 straight up.
18. A few of them don't know how to swim. Just straight up don't know how to swim. All the dwarf guards, surprisingly, do. These dwarf guards have been legendary guards of the sky ship. For normal guards, come on.
So if they're sinking and they're doing this,
Which a few,
I'm working.
like a
I'm.
handful.
Oh, I can only grab one at a time. Maybe two at a time. But then I can't swim.
After taking one or two of them and seeing me pushing going, you hear a swoosh. Well, not even that much noise, but a disturbance of water, and you see the very thin female huntress elf.
Hunters.
Yeah. That is currently swimming in the water underneath, with her hair currently going out in all direction, and is helping those that are drowning.
Right. Well, as soon as I think I can help no one else, then I will go back down and grab the horn.
Okay. By the time you get everyone onto the beach, you see, I'm assuming the others that are joining the shipwreck.
I would have shown up and helped as well.
You're probably far behind, because you get down for 500 feet and not die, because it takes action.
Wasn't like 100 feet.
Oh no, you're right, you were 100 feet.
I was closer than these two.
Yeah, you are closer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you get there pretty much at the same time.
Walking underwater, I'm gonna go start collecting crates, bringing them onto shore.
As soon as I arrive, I am going to take off my cloak of many fashions and then leveraging my, necklace of adaptation, I am just going to walk into the water and breathe in any environment.
That is true.
And I am going to look for if there's any remnants of Nikol, such as the shit that I paid a lot of money for.
Make a investigation or perception check, either or. Because you know the spot where he died.
Mm-hmm. He was right behind me.
Yeah.
While she's searching there, I'm taking my portable shithole and I open it up on the beach.
Okay. Easy enough.
Well, not really beach. I'm sorry, on the edge of the water edge, and drag the horn of the dragon.
Now
into
the horn
this.
is not an ancient dragon one, but
Right.
it is definitely this size.
It's way too big to
Yeah,
put
it's
on my
way-
back and not be cumbersome.
Correct.
So I put it in there and I said, I don't know if it's going to rot or stink after a while, but
Easy enough.
14.
14.
And if this counts as a failed, I want to use magical guidance.
Would you like to add magical guidance?
Well, magical guidance is a reroll, not
then
an
go ahead
addition.
and roll a magical inspiration, I think it's called.
It's magical guidance. It
Oh.
costs me 1 sorcerer point, and I reroll a failed ability check to use a new roll.
Go right ahead.
That is a 19 plus 4, so 24 or 23.
So
I can math.
climbing through the remains of the bottom parts of the ship, going to the mostly submerged section of the second floor deck. Looking around, you don't expect to find much, as things got jostled and the water washed away and so on and so forth. You're about to move on and say that you can't find anything, but then you hear just in the back of your head.
everybody,
No. No.
too late. They've gone there.
It's a crazy chicken. Anyway, and you turn just the side as you just turn out of instinct. You see the head, no flesh,
Just a random chicken skull.
just a random chicken skull with a little bit of armor around it that is lodged beak first into the side of the
Like a dart.
yeah, very much.
So, taking that, is his collar on him?
Make another perception investigation check,
I'd be
because
very
that's searching
surprised.
for another thing.
I'd be very surprised.
That is an 18.
Yeah, after searching around and going through broken
Nice.
crates and shattered remains of the ship, you do find, after a few moments, you find the collar.
Okay, so I have a Nico skull with armor, and I still have my collar of
Remains of the
animals.
armor.
I mean, the armor is just the skull.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
Don't have to clean it.
And I've got my collar. Cool. I am then going to walk out, and it's gonna be just as creepy as everyone's
Yeah.
imagining. Like, just straight walk out.
You can
water
actually like
dripping
ripple the water
off.
as you
Yeah.
come.
I'm visualizing when, not Spock. Yeah, no, Spock when he walked into the river that one time. I don't know which episode that was, but I just remember him just walking alone into the river and just going into the deep.
Isn't that Star Trek 4?
It's a random memory in my head.
You're walking out, and I go, God, that's sexy.
Do I hear that?
I do say it. out
Yeah,
loud.
you do hear that.
I am revulsion in a way I cannot describe.
Really?
Yes.
This is the first time you ever gag.
I'm shivering in discomfort. That's literally never happened before. And I'm going to completely ignore that because I've learned that that's what you're supposed to do when someone is wildly inappropriate. And I'm going to beeline for Drake and say, for Hemingway.
Okay, so Drake is sitting on the beach, like completely ignoring the wreck. Drake is sitting on the beach, sitting on like a log or something like that. He's got a long stick and he's just sort of drawing in the sand.
Mm-hmm. So I'm coming up holding the chicken skull and a collar, and I hand you the collar and keep walking.
Huh. Put the collar on my wrist, pull a dagger out, small slice in my hand, drop some blood onto the runic circle that I've been drawing this whole time. Octopus.
After Infernal, is it still the same?
Yeah. like reach in, the
flame.
fire, and like there's infernal warping of the sand. Reach in, pull out a little octopus. Welcome back, buddy. Good. Set up the tent, and when you're done with that, go help unload the ship. Oh, put the I guess this is for you.
What?
I guess she gave me a collar of animal speaking.
Oh.
Does that even work for him?
He's the only animal that we have right now.
Throw it on him. We'll see what happens. Like, he and I can talk. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Looking at this octopus, where would you attach this?
Right around the head, so that, like,
Like a crown.
It looks like a bandana.
well, so they magically resize, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so very simple. It's like an armband. Like, you just put it around, like, cinch that down. Oh, and here, and hand him his gun.
Okay, so
and while so
your
we're
passive arcana would know this. It has to go somewhere where it could physically speak, which is why it goes around the neck of like Nico for a chicken. But since it has no neck, make an intelligence check. As this is pushing, like exactly, it's like this is a
straight
great
intelligence. That's a 13.
13. Okay. You would have to probably guess that it goes either from his bulbous head right around like the base of it,
Around the belt.
or wear it like a belt.
I like the idea of him wearing it like a belt.
Yeah.
All right, and and here, take this one. I'll hand him my globe of breathing in case there are any survivors.
He places it on top of his head.
I then sit facing Ek with like that kind of paranoia of like, you don't turn your back on someone kind of paranoia. And then I pull out my lantern, pull on my cloak, which is back to being its warm, wintry normalness. And then I'm shoving the memory of that whole damn thing into the lantern.
Easy enough.
Yep.
As one of the glowing wisps change color to whatever color you wish, depending on the type of mood you place it.
Nick
We're
was
gonna
ha-
make it match the dragon.
What?
Black. Black fire. a cool name.
Nicholas, how did you do that?
Are you near me?
Well, I'm near the shore edge where you were. I was, so I saw you walk in, and then.
Do what?
I didn't know that you could do things like change your ability to breathe underwater, or.
We had items that no one wanted and they wanted to sell, and that seemed silly when they do things. So I kept them.
Wow. Well, that was very impressive.
You mentioned.
Yes. Well, I thought it was rather impressive that you could breathe underwater. It's something that I can do, but I didn't realize anyone else could.
Just gonna take a moment.
There's
Oh
a
no!
swoosh, and you see Gaw is stumbling onto the beach because he's been at the back of the ship this whole time.
Oh no, I forgot.
Waiting for his brother to come over.
I'm pretty sure I would have found him at some point. I'm going through the ship, pulling out crates.
Yeah.
Open a door.
Yeah, he did not wait.
Just turtle.
Turtle, as he just started swimming. Wide-eyed, panicked, and currently can't breathe. He can hold his breath for up to an hour, but he's just like, bye.
Panicked turtle. Up to an hour.
Yes.
You okay?
10 minutes.
You all right, Gaw? No, I know, but are you hurt? Are you? I could.
He starts tapping
Just
his body.
an octopus goes by in a diving helmet with a ray gun.
Are you hurt?
He takes a moment and pats himself, pats his equipment that is just waterlogged, and then looks at you.
I know. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I just need some time. I'll be all right. But
He sits down and just puts all of his arms and legs onto the floor, as if he's like hugging the floor. Pats it on the neck side.
There were still dead bodies down in the wreck, right?
There were a few bones left, yes.
But not like
oh yeah, it's true. There
full
would be-
entities.
No.
Okay.
Those that got hit with the acid bread were just...
Oh,
And no one drowned.
I forgot to have the food.
as far as you can tell, no.
And he swims the
And counting the number of
Oh, right,
people, you have 9 crew, the captain, first mate, second mate, and the 4, and all the guards left. They're all currently taking heads right now, as the captain is the last one to get out of
I got
the
this
wreck.
ankle as something.
Waterlogged just like everyone else, and is currently delegating orders right now as crates are being lifted away from the wreckage of the ship, and there's a small encampment being made, and you see a couple fires being lit right now.
Drake will wander over with a small tray of like little tin cups and hand you each a hot steaming beverage.
Complete trust based on the coffee experience.
Fair.
Just
Coffee.
immediately drinks.
Good. Gaw.
He takes it with both hands, just kind of holds it towards his chest, and just kind of nods.
I think we need to save what we can here and make sure that people are well and they can set up a camp here and perhaps we.
Do we take them with us into the city?
Weren't there issues with trusting people with knowledge of the city?
They're not exactly going anywhere fast, are they?
They're not coming with us.
That answers that.
This
I
seems.
feel like that means the answer was yes.
We paid them
Where's-
to get us here. We didn't pay them to get us back.
I
There's
look
no
for the.
we on the page.
I look for the cleric, the dragonborn.
Easy to find. He kind of sticks out compared to the rest of the folk here.
Right.
Waterlog currently warming his hands at the fire.
I go over to him and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. What was your name again?"
Durno.
Is everyone all right here?
More or less. A lot of them are a little panicked. But
I could understand that. I just want to make sure that if we had to leave, that they have someone who can take care of them.
you leaving?
We might have to. But
I won't stop.
you're pretty powerful, I understand. You can like heal things and.
I mean, I'm good at minor things, yes, and some just sporadic moments of change. But, I can make it. If you need to leave, I will not stop you. Thank you for what you've done, and thank you.
I'm gonna find the captain.
Easy enough. He's easy to find. By the way, if you're gonna be leaving, some people might join. You're impressive out there.
But where we're going, I don't think anyone will be safe.
He
They're
looks
not
around.
exactly safe here.
Could be lit.
Just a little. They call this the Roaring Peaks. That's not what they're actually called in history books, but that's the name. There's a lot of dragons here, a lot of rocks, a lot of nasties. I'll make sure they get home, but it's gonna take some bit.
Quick mechanic thing. I'm converting one of my first level spells into.
You find the captain. He's currently. He has no hat on his head right now. You see a little bit of baldness on the top of his head that he's always been keeping a hat on, and is currently straining his jacket as he's puts it back on. As you step forward, he takes off his boot and just empties it.
I set down one of the crates that I had brought in from the shore. I was bringing crates this pretty much the whole time for the last hour. Just something else onto the shore. I can sort through them. Is that a crate?
Oh yes, and I'm looking for anything that's leather or whatever because apparently all my leather gear is completely
Melted.
destroyed.
It wasn't enchanted, was it?
Well, I have.
Bring it here.
I need.
You can
Yes.
fix it.
I need. All my stuff is barely holding together.
Bring it over.
Alright. Put down the crate.
How long did the temp
He
hit
stands
points?
up after putting on his boot. This half orc
You gave temp hit
individual.
points. How long do they last?
And now that his chest is exposed,
So they're
it looks like
probably-
he's down.
they're
He's
probably
been struck by something. Not quite sure what. Maybe dragging, maybe bits of debris and broken glass. Hard to say. But this dude's it's pretty built. Nothing compared to what you are, but as he
I
stands
look
up,
him over. I must commend you for your piloting.
and I must commend you for your service. Thank you for your aid.
Thank you for making sure we could get to where we needed to.
Malos.
Sorks.
I wish it didn't end to this, but
Are you alright?
I mean, better than the folk that attacked us.
This is true. Do you have a head count of the crew?
Yes. We lost 3.
3.
Only 3.
That's pretty impressive.
That is. My
Do we-
condolences.
Thank you. They will be fine.
Do you know where we are?
He takes out a little piece of paper that he's currently. You see the ink kind of just murder all the way down. And he kind of throws it off to the side. Looks up. And then whistles to the huntress, which is currently halfway up a tree with a natural 19. She starts speaking Orcish. She's saying, we're on the right path. Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming this is the river, yes?
More or less. I'm not quite sure where we landed.
But we're in the river.
We're in the river, yes.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
The plan is for me to take my companions and continue on our endeavor to find what we're looking for. However, unfortunately, we cannot guarantee your safety.
Did he become in charge? When did that happen?
When the ship crashed. It's his turn.
So I was only in charge because I paid for the ship, and now the ship is gone, so now he's in charge.
Absolutely.
Why him?
I will explain when we are of a smaller amount of company.
Is this because of the whole thing
Yes.
where you... Okay.
Regardless, I'm no longer a captain. I'm a strand. But we are still obligated to protect you as the rest of the gang.
You are still a captain.
I'm a captain of no ship.
Well,
Just to a leader.
Sorry, I'm a captain of a wreck! As he yells towards the ship as the mast.
I'm fairly certain I said I didn't want you to escort us past landing at the river. If this is the river, then we're done.
And we have landed.
Unfortunately.
More or less. Look, if you leave us here, we have to find somewhere to find civilization again. The last time I checked, we're pretty fucking in middle of nowhere.
Last time I checked, you did your job, you're not coming with us.
No.
Make it another intimidation check.
We're just gonna leave the crew here to die?
Do I care?
Asking the question.
18?
There's... Last time you stared him down, he had that worry of sense of loss. Or the sense of he could lose something.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes don't have the same intensity as last time, but don't have the... what's the right word? Doesn't have the doesn't
fire.
have the fire or care of the repercussions right now.
Okay.
I'd like to pull out my pipes of haunting and have it apply to him and the whole crew.
Let's just avoid that, please. Can we stop? Let's just hold for a
You
moment.
can physically stop me.
I'm going to. Let's stop for just a moment and let me speak.
Make a athletics check and make a dexterity saving throw. Or sorry, not a saving throw, but a acrobatics check. Or athletics if you want to.
What am I doing?
You are athletics.
Athletics.
Because this is technically a grapple check.
26.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So, even though this guy's big, Sparks moves with just unexpected speed and ferocity and just grabs your hand and the pipes before you're able to fully extend them from your place of holding.
I stopped. You better start talking, because I will start doing things.
I do not wish to have any more casualties. And I do not wish to abandon you here. We are in uncharted territory, and I understand that. However, even if I were to lead you to where we are going, I cannot guarantee that I cannot guarantee that there are no ears that I
understand.
do not warrant joining us.
Then what is your recommendation?
Stay here.
How long?
Don't know.
You have all the supplies and things that you can salvage from this ship. This seems to be... You have fresh water. I assume it's fresh.
I guarantee you.
It is fresh, yes.
I guarantee you there will be others showing up within the week.
Do you, Nicholas, do you have like some... I see you talk to the stone. Are you able to talk to other people to say where these people are at to come get them?
Yes.
That would be a great assistance.
And
I can certainly do that.
this is true, however, keep in mind we also have someone else who will be here within a week.
You don't want to be here when they show up.
No,
So should I send the message?
Uh-oh.
not yet.
Natural 18.
You know something.
No, he made an insight check to understand what's
Oh,
going
yes.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
In case you're not aware, we don't know where we're going exactly. We know we're going to a place, but we're trying to keep it quiet.
So,
There are some people who seek to stop us.
Clearly.
psst, Drake. Psst, Drake.
He's got a stick he's got a fish over a fire. He hands it to Hemingway.
Am I correct that the people that are coming are following us because of you, or are they following us because of Sparks? I'm saying this off to one side because we know they're coming here, but why are they coming here? Are they coming to learn about where Sparks'
A little of
city
column A,
is?
a little of column B. One is cherry on the cake.
Because they let you leave, so they wanted to follow us somewhere, which is why I'm thinking it might be they want to find where
Right.
this.
So imagine for a moment that you've been born into a life of wealth and privilege, unimagined and heretofore unforeseen. Imagine you can't fathom the idea of the people who support that life of wealth and privilege wanting to have things like opinions of their own. Now imagine a small collective of them went and decided that they don't need or want you anymore. How would you feel about that? Now imagine...
You want to protect what you have.
Now imagine for a moment that you are also in charge of a large and clandestine armed force. Equivalent a nation-state armed force. What do you think you're going to do about it? Yeah, they're here for the city. They let us go because of the city. They know about the city because of me. If they catch me, well...
Well, these people don't know about it, so if we leave them here, then they can be safe from these people. If we take them with us, then they are going to learn about the city and be in just as much trouble as we are. So we should leave them here. It is safer for them.
Consequently, it is also not safer for them, given that this is incredibly infested rock and dragon territory.
And we are the ones that find flowers and daisies? No, we find trouble. So if we bring them with
I
trouble.
don't think that we
sentient
find trouble. I
beings.
think trouble finds us.
Let them decide. We don't have to tell them what, but we let them decide. Whether they want to follow us into danger or stay here and try their chances. Let them think.
There's a third option in which I can call for assistance for their souls.
What?
Please note
No.
exactly what she said.
Souls. I like this music. This is good music for this. I turn back to the captain.
So what's the verdict?
Upon much deliberation, I must agree that all of your men and women were incredibly well suited to their roles. In that, I believe that since we are going to be here for an extended period of time, that it would be a good idea for you to travel with us until such time as we deem it unnecessary.
Make a general persuasion check.
Okay.
At advantage, because that was pretty good.
It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not the smart one here,
Okay,
but
that's better.
why would we take them somewhere and leave them when
16.
it would be worse than this place?
With us is better than without us.
We don't know that.
is not proven to be true.
Currently, we do not know where we are, so having them with us is not any different than having them without us.
Well,
I'm not.
Other than
Captain
the
starts to
concept of plausible deniability.
the captain starts to speak. Actually, you have a bit of a fan following as he looks over to his left and right as you see the dwarven guards kind of just milling about good 10 feet back, waiting to approach.
Well, it is true. Those are some badasses.
The one that definitely had the leader quality, that had the armored helm that specifically allows a beard to billow out in a very glorious fashion with various different pieces of metal woven into it. He just steps forward. I just want to say, fucking awesome. I've heard good things about you in my city. There's a reason why I joined this damnified aircraft called the airship. You do great things. I wanted to see it myself. We just fought the two krakens of the air, a rock and a dragon at the same time, and we only lost 3 men. With all due respect, I'm with you. If you say fuck the Empire, I'll fuck the Empire.
Does he have a weapon or something, or a shield or something?
Oh, he is currently a shield, 2 battle axes, and a halberd, along with a heavy crossbow on his back.
Oh, tap my shield with his. I vouch for this one.
But are we saying that we take everyone, or just the, or
Only
just
the
you?
ones who volunteer.
But it wouldn't. Then if the weakest ones stay here, then there's nothing to protect them.
The leader north turns around and starts screaming in Dwarvish, basically saying, "For those that wish to stay in this god-forsaken land, you can stay at this wreck of the ship and hope that someone comes to save thee. Or you can join the true heroes of this land, and we can go find some random creek, some random city, and see what happens."
You had me up until you went not that. Yeah.
He's not a very charismatic individual. He's an imposing individual, but he's...
SpongeBob thing where he does like imagination. I want to do that with minor illusion, except it says coercion.
behind the dwarf. Adventure! There's a couple snickering. What the fuck are you laughing at? This is some serious bullshit.
My armor's probably
Make a
from
general
16.
persuasion check.
My armor's the best it had ever been too. It's
Yes.
only just barely scuffed.
That's a 12.
12? Okay. There's a bit of murmuring between the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Those that are sticking near the fireplace trying to dry off their clothes. At no avail, because the water is currently still raining upwards at an exponential rate. And there's just a moment after, a few moments in, there's a long pause. And the dwarf goes, "Well, fuck ya! I'm going with them!" And he turns around.
Your chances of survival are greatly increased staying with us.
Theoretically.
Short term.
There's a moment that they look at each other. And they start nodding their head.
You have until daybreak to make your final choice.
I would like to leverage my actor ability, in which I can better mimic people.
Okay.
And in the manner of Sparks, I would like to say, I'm acting with authority and confidence, even though I have no right to be saying these things, for there is no certainty in what I'm saying. Just totally undermining his bullshit.
Yeah. I wouldn't say there is no persuasion on that one. There is no deception on that one.
It's just an influence thing. Like, it can be a
Yeah.
performance if you want. Like,
make a performance check.
Okay.
Because you're making a point, but
Oh, and I
it's
get
not,
advantage.
yeah, you do, because you're actor ability, but you're not really... Okay, anyway, make a performance check.
Drake is now eating the fish and handsome, like just
24?
watching, like popcorn.
24.
24.
Wow.
It's like unnerving. It's like a mini version, unarmored, flesh version of Sparks.
These are times of uncertainty.
But that was fucking weird.
Do what I do. Hold on tight and pretend it's a plan.
I like that plan. Oh! That boy!
What? I'm sorry. What?
He takes his heavy crossbow.
Tech boy. Got it.
Can he do some, cookie?
Some what?
You don't speak Dwarvish, do you?
I don't speak rocksucker. No.
Well, get used to it, because I'm going to stick to you like a wood.
Oh God.
You went there.
And on that note, I'm going to get some distance between me and them and pull out the gloom flower.
Okay.
And kind of set up a little area of don't fuck with me, please.
Understood. You don't even have to roll for that because you're an individual that sets that tone just in general.
Although if anyone wants to feed the flower, please.
You know, at first I was really...
Walk over, push the plate scraps off into the boat. like I've got an option of all it. Oh, right here.
Do you actually do that?
Hell yeah!
Okay. As soon as the organic matter hits the soil, it disappears as the soil starts to move in a cardinal pace as something underneath it is moving it, and the corpses of the fish disappear. And after a few moments, as you can swear you hear snapping and breaking of bone, as the flower kind of just...
Look at the octopus. Look at the flower. Look at... Stay away from that.
You know, if you keep feeding it, it might like you. And then I just start
I don't want it to like me.
If it likes you, it won't psychic blast you. Feed it more bugs.
The bugs, every time it touches the soil, and you can every now and again see roots wrap around them.
That's not creepy.
Ew! Ew! So hand the plate and silverware to him and wash this.
It's a magical garbage disposal.
It moves off.
I mean, it's more of a compost heap. Like, it's not only organic matter applicable.
I mean, you only put organic stuff into a garbage disposal. Sure.
You haven't seen his garbage disposal if you think that's true.
Oh. Real life garbage disposal.
Like, legitimately, he got the industrial... Do you have guests at your house where you're seating 16 people and need to put an entire turkey down the sink?
She's right. It's a thing of beauty. I swear to God, I could run bricks through this thing.
Yeah, all right.
We had that in a place.
How about hide body 101?
You know, I really wasn't keen on the idea of having you come with us, but...
Who are you saying this to?
To the dwarves.
Flower.
But I was personally impressed with how you've handled yourself, and I was forgetting that, you know, usually when we have someone around that they don't know how to handle themselves, let alone the world.
Well, that's guys who never met us. Iron Guts before. We're from the Iron Gut family. We're hard and stuff because we eat land. At least that's what we tell our parents.
Well,
Iron gut.
I got your back if you've got mine.
You never taste my mother's cooking.
And I've got your back if you've got mine, and I stick out my hand and go and doing a strength check.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, right now, Brothers in Arms says we have already had a real altercation.
Oh shit. Just plus the bonus, right? 12.
21. As he collides with yours, he's ripped. As you see his forearm tense out, and you see the veins pop, and he just holds you there and just grimaces. As you just see his lower lip down, and you see the teeth, and he just pulls you in and just gives you a good bear hug. But wait, it's true that you can eat anything. I've been hearing all these wild...
Everything that I've eaten. So yes.
I'm gonna make you. You want to eat with us?
Why not?
All right. And he turns around to speak some Dwarven. Bring out the gun now. We got another fresh fish.
I eat and drink are very different things as I'm getting dragged away.
Oh, let's share then. And immediately the Iron Guts move forward and pretty much start hazing you and start bringing you in and start immediately asking you all sorts of wild rumors about defeating the Red Scare, the Red Dragon. Also on how you quite literally bit the champion of the Iron Coliseum to submission. Followed by some...
I heard he ate the champion of the Iron Column.
Yeah,
Ate him right there in public.
No. Is that true?
Maybe.
You roll deception.
Add 3 to that. Whatever it is.
Add 3.
Add 3. Then take my reaction. Add 3.
Yeah.
Deception. Yeah, she's 10.
Wow.
2.
Really?
I rolled a 2.
For insight.
You crazy motherfucker! And they smack you on the back.
I'm going to eat all of the survivors and
I just
make
heard you're
sure
going
that they're
to eat all of the
okay.
survivors.
I'm going to each of the survivors.
Each!
Oh.
Each!
For a moment, I heard eat as well.
I'm going to each of the survivors,
Okay.
and I'm going to make sure that they are all okay, and looking specifically for anything out of the ordinary that would lead me to assume that they are part of something other than the crew. Like how long ago they were on the ship. Same thing I was doing before, but before the whole
It's true.
combat happened.
We haven't seen. That's true. We haven't seen everybody
Make
off
a
the ship. We've only seen pockets of
investigation
people.
because you're looking physically, correct?
Talking as well.
Okay. In that case, roll an investigation and an insight check.
Okay, so my investigation was 12.
Okay.
My insight was a natural 16, which makes it a 14.
Nothing as far out of the ordinary. People are pretty shooken up. There's a couple that are pretty upbeat, even though they have lost a couple of brothers in the sky. But they are incredibly upbeat compared to the situation on what they have survived. And the stories of many other crews, many other ships, many other voyages that have never come back from this. And perhaps they might be the same thing. But they are alive now. They still have a ship in that river. And it says they did not die.
And specifically asking them, do they have any new equipment they recently purchased before they left port? Or acquired?
I mean, a couple of them.
I'm going really down the rabbit hole
Okay.
to make sure that I am airtight.
Did anyone you don't know give you a gift or a patch to bring onto the flight?
Did you find something that you didn't have before that you find really useful now?
I've been in contact with
pack your
someone
bags
outside of
yourself?
the border, but the last 14 days.
Has anything been out of your sight for an extended period of time?
Are you hearing whispers at night?
Do you know all of the people that you traveled with?
Yes. As far as you can tell, not to your aware of. A couple of them pipe up and say, "I got some clothes amending," as his clothes are miraculous. Even though he's just been in a crashed airship, his clothes are completely stitched together and look like they're
There's
brand new.
nothing spectacular about that. There's nothing wrong with that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I got clothing,
Thank
alright?
you!
I'm going to gather everyone together roughly in the same area.
Okay.
Ask for your cooperation in this matter.
I don't see what the whole hubbub is about.
If you choose to
As I
follow
tug
us,
on my red loincloth.
if you choose to follow us and stay alongside us for the duration of our journey until we say that it is not safe to continue, I would ask that you cooperate with us in checking every single piece of gear we bring with us. Do you have the ability to detect magic so we can screen everything like we did with the papers?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's do that. I'm going to screen everyone, everything.
So
The
yeah,
wearing.
and with you,
But
and
he's saying he's
also,
going to make me do it.
I just need you to do that so I can organize it and make sure that nothing's getting
now
through.
Sparks, your passive perception is not high enough to notice this, but for those that are above or at 14, for some people,
Okay.
Nope.
Sure?
Yep.
Nope.
I got a 12.
yeah, so only you, if I remember correctly.
I have a 12. Just you.
Okay.
You notice that as soon as you're starting the move, several of the guards break away from him and immediately start helping him and gathering people. As in one way, shape, or form, there's always an eye on him. And there's
And I'm noticing it's 3 specifically.
3 specifically.
I would like to subtle spell detect thoughts.
Okay. Surface thoughts right away, right?
Yep.
I'm being very thorough
You
for a
get-
reason.
Admiration.
Well, I get admiration from one, and then it's going to bounce across.
They're
each
filled
one.
with
All
awe.
3 of them
Aw.
have admiration and seem to be almost like fanboying at this individual.
Oh, I thought I did that. I heard abjuration.
Oh no, admiration.
Admiration.
Admiration!
Admiral.
know. It's like
Wrong thing. Very different tangents.
Yes. Going back and forth, make an insight check with advantage. Because you're reading them minds.
Admiration. Admire.
Yes.
Just stay where I can see you, goddammit.
Damn it.
Well, that's a 20.
Ooh.
It was insight,
Yes.
so that's a 29.
29. You get the sense, not even probing deeper, and you even go off to the guards that are currently sitting down with them. They are incredibly prideful with him that he's getting along in and everything, but also specifically him with his armor. And you get the sense that he is wearing armor that only the legendary heroes are able to wear. Only those that
that's
the
great.
armor is the dwarven hide armor is actually a mark of status within the dwarven community that only kings and the champions of champions are able to wear.
And I'm a turtle that speaks their language.
Okay.
They have admiration for him because he has such good holdings. Crap, I went Mexican.
We agreed we weren't going to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bounce across everyone generally.
All right, make another insight check. And I'll say at the end of her
That
standing
is another
round-
20.
So that's
So
wow.
29.
Dial tone.
I'm not looking
are a
at you.
communist.
I have in my hand a list of names.
So, at the same time, because I'm assuming you're doing detect magic, ritualistic.
Yeah. I draw a circle on there.
Because this is taking a number of minutes.
Yeah.
How long?
Also,
God, it takes
with
me
how
forever.
many people there are, and it's once per turn, I want to make sure, am I casting it twice?
Okay,
'cause
because
if
I was
so-
about to ask, how long does it last?
Detect thoughts.
Concentration up to
10 minutes?
10 minutes?
I think 10 minutes, yeah.
Sure. Up to 1 minute.
1 minute.
So
Oh,
that would
okay.
be 10 people, and then I would have to recast.
Okay.
Is that right?
6 seconds is reasonable.
1 round, or just
It's
With
one
the
round
So
per
you rolled a
person.
natural 20, right?
Twice, yes.
so
So
29.
for both sets of insight checks.
Everyone got 29.
Yeah. Hold on.
Hot damn.
That's some.
That's an
But I
accurate.
think I have to cast
skimming.
it twice because I think there were over 10 survivors.
There's only like 20 crew members, right?
Right, but
And only half of
Still,
those are fighters.
that's quite a lot still to deal with.
I thought there were 13 people.
With 13 people, that makes it 10 now.
Is it 13 total or 13 after the 3 are dead?
I thought it was 13 for the head count after we crashed. But
He's looking.
Sorry.
Next question.
I'm trying to find. a
But what with
specific
the impacting spell slots and sorcerer points, I've accidentally cheated enough with resources. I'd like to not right now.
Thank you for your honesty.
Hey, it's making you do work, not me.
I signed up for this.
I'm pretty sure we
There
all
it
did.
is.
No one here has subpoena rights.
Going through each and every one, you sense worry, doubt, suspicion, but one particularly catches you at the very last end. Not just in the detect thoughts, as the detect thoughts doesn't really catch anything, but the last person that you see, specifically the one that said, I got clothes of mending, is wary. Wariness, and you see the individual take a small step back.
Okay. Real quick, how many survivors were there?
Of the crew,
Yes.
9 regular crew.
Okay, so there's
And then
only.
there's the guards, and then the first mate, second mate, and the captain.
Okay, so in total that's
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17. Okay, so.
Oh, wait, no. The first mate did not survive, so it's 17 in total.
Ah, that's a shame.
Second. So 4
Yeah.
people died.
You just. Okay, so that would make it 16.
It's still 17. I
17?
have them right here, and I'm counting them right
Okay.
So still 17 people.
Well, you said 17 and then another person died and then you said 17.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
counted the
making-
pile that is living, and then I have a pile that's dead.
Got it. Okay. So 17. So that means that I am using 2 of each of these, and that means that I have 3 additional rounds. After doing the initial sweep through, and then I found the wary person on number 17. I still have 3.
With the natural 20 on the service slots, it's wary and need to leave.
Right. So I still have 3 rounds where I can push deeper into their thoughts, is what I'm saying,
Make a-
on my concentration. Like, it's
Yeah.
6 seconds each
And
time.
are you being intent about it, or are you being sly about
I mean, I used subtle spell.
it? Okay, so make a stealth check, real quick. Or
With-
sleight of hand. No, it's not even sleight of hand.
It's cast without any somatic
True,
or verbal
but
component.
it's the difference of looking at someone or just kind of slyly inspecting people mentally and making people aware, not aware that you are doing anything funny.
I mean, I'm fairly certain with who I am, me not staring would be more out of character. But,
Based on the circumstance.
so what was it? Stealth?
Yes, stealth.
So that is a 16. And let me know if that fails.
Go on and roll again.
Okay.
So
Sorcerer.
I'm trying to figure out.
The new abilities that you had is definitely coming in handy.
So that's a 19 plus 3.
I think she's got
So
more
that's a
interesting.
22.
22.
Plot
That
60s.
succeeds. So, again, just out of nowhere, you just have this moment of inspiration and flow magic that you're following.
Mm-hmm.
That just comes through you. And just your vision alone, you notice spots of thicker shadows that you're like, oh, and you start stepping where they're showing up. And he seems not to catch that you've done something or noticed something.
Okay.
He's still lined up as you guys are going through, and you're currently doing your ritual casting. You're about 3 minutes into it.
Can I push deeper into his thoughts?
He will notice if you do so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have a bonus action on this turn, though, right?
Yes?
If you roll a high enough initiative, he's definitely alerted. Because he's
I
being
mean-
lined up and being interrogated by people.
Right,
yeah.
but he doesn't know that I'm doing anything,
No.
and I'm
True. So So yes, only you would be able to do something initially. It's not a
Right.
full surprise,
right.
but
Because he's being
you would-
distracted with everyone
yes,
else.
he's being distracted with everyone else, whatever. his
You'd have the
is.
jump.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Pretty sure it's wisdom.
I always.
Double checking is good.
Yep.
I'll need to
I
find
have
some.
too many of them that are really, really close to each other.
I'll need to find some way, or maybe you can later.
If you probe Tiber, the target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Is my
Oh yeah, because
straps
the
from my
other
bag.
part of it is the intelligence check.
Gotcha.
Like it's
My straps from my bag.
Is
They
this
keep
a
getting
charm
destroyed.
ability?
Maybe metal.
It
I can make you
says
something.
it's
Or I can fix the ones that you
divination.
destroyed.
It doesn't seem to
But-
imply anything with charming.
I often
Where would
use-
it say that if?
If it doesn't say anything, don't worry about it.
Okay.
But it's a detect thoughts, right?
It's
Yeah, it's a divination
yeah,
spell.
it's
Yeah.
detect thoughts. It's divination. The creature is only unaffected if they don't speak the language or if they have an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Yeah. Okay. If it says that it either says it charms someone or if someone is immune to charm,
Mm-hmm.
it is ineffective. But that's not the case here. Okay. He rolled a natural 18,
18.
which is going to be a 19.
Okay, so that means that he passes.
So, as soon as you try to probe a little deeper, you just feel a mental wall, and his eyes start to dot around.
I would like to use my bonus action to. Oh, fuck! No, I used all my spell slots. Okay. Can I do a full action or what can I do?
I'll say you have one action, and that's it before something happens.
Okay. Can I only cast that with spell slots? I think I can only cast that with spell slots, so let's not do that, because I don't... Or, not spell slots, sorcerer
The
points.
plot thickens.
We're all clueless.
I had a small idea when he was flashing his clothing.
Really? That one went for me. Like,
I need him to make an intelligence saving throw against
No, that's not
phantasmal
a big deal,
force.
that's not.
Okay.
Ooh.
The nail that sticks out
Hold on,
gets
let me do
hammers down.
something.
He was sticking out. The nail that sticks out. gets
I
hammered
understand.
down. He's sticking out. You're sticking out.
I know, that's what I'm getting at. Like, what's wrong with him? Like,
I mean, if we're
Okay.
going by who's sticking out, I would say that we're the majority of weird.
Yes.
In that group,
because we're
sticking
taller
out.
than everybody else.
In that group, he's
Speak for
sticking out.
yourself.
He looks similar to
We're
another
larger in
individual
one
that has-
dimension than everyone else. We've got height, you've got width.
So let's keep in mind, clothes and mending are not cheap. It's not something a
Are
working
you
man
taller if you lay
can
down?
afford.
See, I use.
Some of us are.
That's why. That's why I
I
need
was
something
hoping
for
someone would go for the
my straps and my bags because I use my shell a lot to block.
And your bags are in the way.
Okay.
My bags are getting constantly
So-
barraged with combat.
Armored bags might be a bad idea.
Did I roll already?
You haven't said if you did, so.
Okay.
I assume not.
I'll just roll again. Natural 19. So as soon as you begin to cast a spell, his eyes make eye contact with you.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes widen, and then he begins to back away, and you all see him immediately back away and begin to run the opposite direction.
Okay, so let me get this straight. One guy looked at Niquist, eyes opened really wide, and starts to back away and run away. None of this seems out of the ordinary.
Stop him.
And the guards immediately and start to move towards him, and it's currently a running game right now. As he's currently darting towards
What? We're staying. We're going. We're staying. We're going. What?
He's currently rushing towards the leafy parts of the forest, and he's going to attempt to disappear.
Okay. Are
Um,
we rolling initiative?
yeah, everyone roll initiative at this point.
Because he started stepping out of line. So stop him. I assume that's what I picked up on.
Your passive perception didn't really help you in anything. So
12. He,
Yeah, I know.
he started stepping out of line.
yeah, once that happened, you saw that happen, and unfortunately, you don't get any jump on him.
Nope. That's fair. That's why I said what I did.
There's a mole in this.
Okay,
We have
We
a
have a
mole.
20 to 25.
have a
20.
bowl.
20, okay. 5, okay. It makes sense, you're currently checking.
I'm busy.
Yeah, and then you're like, hey, what?
19.
Don't make me handle this.
Okay,
18.
18. First, second, third, him, guard, and then you. So,
There's
as soon as he begins to step
finally
away,
got to sit
it is your
down.
turn. You are within 10 feet of him.
Within 10 feet?
Yeah. Make a grapple check.
Damn it. We haven't rested. Oh, man.
Grapple strength?
We haven't
Yes,
rested.
make an
I heard.
athletics check.
Athletics check.
Yeah. For you, it would be athletics.
Athletics. Oh boy, that's a high number.
It's so nice when you say that instead of, well, that goes down by 2.
Do we have just like a grid or something? we can throw out?
23.
23. No what? Let me get a battle map.
Ah. Oh.
Oh.
I
You
mean,
had to
Oh my
ask.
god. Oh.
I'm waiting to see what this one is. This works. I'll live here now.
Oh no. Guys, I'm
Are we
none
centered
of
on
us
this?
have rested or healed.
I'm
I have
fine.
cantrips.
I'm fucked up.
I've got stuff.
I haven't spent a single third level
Because
spell
I took
slot.
2 breath weapons, guys.
No,
Yeah.
Actually, I
They
don't have
suck,
anything.
don't they?
I forgot.
Yeah, barbarians aren't immune to those things.
I have
or
3 third
can't
levels.
can't be.
Need a hand?
And 3 first
You want a
levels.
hand?
I for one
Let's
would
get
love
a
to
hand
have
on that
third
now.
level spell slots.
I just want to point out, it's
Yes.
only with
Yeah.
an artificer in the party
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
stand a chance of being
Stand
the
clear.
one with spell slots left.
Oh
I am
boy!
moving the earth itself.
Wow,
That's,
this thing is freaking
that's
massive.
Walk away. Watch the camera.
I recognize that this is your hobby.
Don't touch it, Father. You do not help.
Camera.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know,
It's
I
alright.
know.
It's alright. Oh my God, that's gorgeous! Look at this plane.
Now
Oh
let me
my God.
readjust it a tiny bit.
And where are we?
I'll say you guys are about right here.
Where's my magic circle that I've been drawing?
Okay, so we've got the collective group. This
Yeah,
is
hold
my
on.
fucking
I got
zone.
17 miniatures to place down.
17 miniatures.
Well, it's the entire crew.
That's
What's where?
Except for 3.
Oh, I'm probably over here by the water.
Except for 4.
I was at the
4.
water's edge, right?
Right,
people.
and I would have
Plus
been
the
I would
first
have been
man got
over here.
grabbed by
I
the
would have
dragon
been
and
further
flung out the
away.
window.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you.
You should have me within
you
sight.
were
That's
being-
right.
I was being done with y'all.
Pardon me?
Getting dinner.
All right.
Go ahead. You'll be fine on a turn. Let's give one full turn. Make sure the camera's out of the way.
Mm-hmm. And imagine there's a ship here.
Hang on. I want to make this
Can we pull off one of the little masts and just stick it up there?
Sure, go right ahead.
It's magnetic, so yeah, it should be fine.
All right, so let's.
I'm giving
Okay.
it a full rotation. Give me a sec.
Can I put things down? Okay.
That one should be fine. Just give it a pull. It's magnetic.
Give it a pull
The whole thing.
for the whole thing. Oh, I see.
That can come off as well. What is should come off? What's this one?
Lot of miniatures, lot of ah!
There it is. We can take some of these. Just kind of throw it in there. Yep.
Ek, you would be over here with the other dwarves
Okay.
with a fireplace that I don't have right
Just
now.
lay it down or something. On a tree. Here.
Oh,
So-
it's our smashed ship.
Yeah,
Just
there we go.
and something else just off to the side.
There you go.
That works.
It's not the true map that I had planned for what this occasion is, but it'll work out for now.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. Crew, 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 crew. You're about here. He's over here, just being himself.
Wow.
Crew. Because you were going through the crew first, right?
Yep, I was going through everyone who I didn't vouch for.
Crew. And crew. All right. Oh, and we'll say this guy because he's running. He's the running one.
This running man.
Yeah, the running man. So, Sparks.
Okay. 23.
Yeah,
roll?
so
Just
as soon as he starts to step away, you're already there with 1-2 steps, and you grab the scuff of his collar and just lift it up, and you go, ah! Put me down!
in the circle.
What, hey, what's this?
Is it done?
What? What are we doing?
Is the circle right?
Well, I know what that is.
Yeah, circle's ready. Sure.
Okay, scan it.
Detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
You use the spell slot?
No. That's the ritual that we've been.
Okay, you have another 3 minutes to go for it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I lied.
Okay.
It's not ready. Give me a minute.
Go, keep going.
Yeah.
I got him.
Hey, come on.
Hand the gun. So, make Hemingway swim over and
There you
hand
go.
him the gun.
Okay. Blue, blue, blue.
The more he struggles, the tighter I squeeze.
Okay, make another athletics check.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. Yeah, you barely beat him. He kind of shoves a little bit here and there. Hey, what are you going to do to me?
We're just going to check.
Nothing.
We're just going to check to see what's magical on you.
Oh, go ahead then.
Why were you trying to run away?
I wasn't running away. I got nervous, alright? I wanted to just take a step back. You were starting to do some strange magic in front of me. You told us to line up. You were talking about leaving us behind, and now you're taking us with it. What the fuck are you doing?
normally I'm strongly opposed to this sort of thing, but we could just give him to our brain melter.
What? Hey. I got a family, I got a brother, and my brother right now. He's over the... Oh, shit, he died.
Who do you work for?
If
My
it
brother?
makes you feel any better, I don't actually melt your brain.
It just feels like it.
Anything but her.
Who do you work for?
I work
Give him to the plant. No, I'm kidding.
Right, because
I
you
work
like
for
things.
myself.
You like things that are crunchy.
I like knowing what people are thinking.
Who do you work for?
I work for myself.
Either you tell us, or she finds out.
I work for myself! Put me down, come on! This is too much of...
So, are we in initiative, like, during this
It's
conversation?
free conversation right now, yeah. It's no longer initiative because you got caught.
Okay,
immediately.
so I
Didn't
am
expect that.
converting a
Hoping.
3rd level spell into sorcerer points, and then I'm converting that into a 2nd level spell.
What does
Okay.
that look like for you? Like, how do you... What is the...
I imagine her eyes kind of go closed, and when it opens up, there's like a shade of like light.
Do you like... And wait for one slot to slide?
The way that I think about it is I basically take a concentrated, like, orb of magic and diffuse it, so that way it becomes something more manipulatable.
Alright.
So I get one back there and one back here.
good.
And then once I've done that,
Mhm.
I want to have my next turn be to convert another 3rd level into sorcerer points, which is my bonus action, and I want to cast Detect Thoughts on him again.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw, I'm assuming?
There's about to be.
Yeah, it was Wisdom.
Yeah, you can do that. We'll just get to that. 12.
He fails.
So you peer into his mind after
And
you-
I specifically get, because it's 3 things, and I want to...
Make sure you're getting exactly what it gets.
That's the wrong one. Detect thoughts. You gain insight into reasoning, emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Okay. Due to the questioning that Spark is helping with, the first scene you get is flame, smoke, cinder. That seems to coil and turn into metal, heating, striking, of a metal eye, a tempered eye.
I don't know.
He
No one
fears
knows this. He fears.
a woman's voice.
Okay.
And what was the other thing? Preemptively.
Insight into reasoning.
Reasoning, insight into reasoning.
Cause she's a psychotic, murderous bitch!
Oh, I'm about to freak you the fuck out.
Preservation. And you hear a dragon's roar in the mind.
Okay. Preservation.
And as soon as that happens, he eyes turn toward you, and his face goes from slug to fear to a bit of a smile.
So my next one.
And his face begins to shift and turn, and seems to go from a dwarf individual as his stature changes completely. His clothes change to, you're still holding them,
Yep.
and shift to darker robes. A hood that you're holding right now.
Oh, I was thinking the scruff was
what you
next.
see is a formless face with dark beady eyes of what is essentially a doppelganger's true form. As he just looks,
Fucking doppelganger.
yeah, and he just looks at,
So we lost 5 crew members.
well done. Honestly, I didn't expect the dragon. Or a rock. Or the teleport. I knew that. They got me.
What do you work for?
You already know that.
Say it.
No.
Stop talking for a second. And exactly mimicking the woman's voice in his head, which you will recognize.
Oh God! Don't do that! God no! Oh!
Make us straight up performance checks before you say anything.
With advantage, because I'm mimicking.
Not advantage, because you didn't have 1 minute to listen to the voice.
It doesn't say that I have to.
Yes.
It just says that I have to have heard it, and I just heard it.
Yeah, roll it. Figure it out later.
Yeah, roll it.
Not 20.
If only. Let's see. It was
She's
performance?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's a 19 without advantage, so...
20,
His,
whatever.
his elongated smile with this grayed out form of a face that has no true detail towards it immediately drops.
Oh,
And what
wait
did you
a
say?
second. Is it? Oh God, it's one of them, isn't it?
It is wearing the same uniform as Silver Menagerie.
Oh fuck me! And we get out of here.
Before-
We're getting out of here, and I'm running.
Yeah, okay,
It's
so
super
as-
easy to
yeah,
think of what I'm gonna say
Okay.
with all the...
And
Give me a second. I'm going to, in that voice, say, you've made them aware of you. You've made them aware of us. How would you fix this?
Ew! 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 Ew!
Fix this. There's no fixing this. The only way to fix it is to give them what they want. Give them control. Give them everything.
So I'm saying that in her voice, like, how would he fix his screw up? Like,
Oh, my screw up. I'm looking dead.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, they're fine. They're gonna kill him.
they're
Yeah,
not
that
going.
would be
They're
okay.
not going to find him
Okay.
because I start splashing in the water and running away, screaming for God, and then I stop in the middle of the before I'm about here, and I turn around and everyone's like, he can't leave here. He can't leave here. He can't tell anyone about me or God. He cannot.
Who is he?
tell me what you know about those that you've tracked. Tell me everything you've gathered.
Make me.
Once we're done,
So
go.
I'm using detect
can go
thoughts.
then.
This is part of
Oh,
the investigation.
Yeah, so he has to make
leading
another...
questions.
Yes.
Goth, once we're done. Eck, once we're done,
15?
you can kill him.
Nope.
It's not.
So, okay, what was the question again?
What do you know about those that you follow? Tell me everything you've learned.
Okay. Everything that he learned.
Mm-hmm.
You get flashes of images followed by his face going, "Now you slime." As you see the images go through your head of capabilities, desires, locations of where they place things, and a certain sack. Something about a book, and confusion about him.
Okay. That's all very vague, but I'm getting images. What do I actually
Images,
see?
feelings, and emotions. You understand that he did not communicate,
Okay. Cool.
though he does have the ability to.
Mm-hmm. Didn't communicate back. Could.
You said a book. Was the book related to him, or was the sack
Book-
related to him?
The sack in the book was related to him.
Book
To
and
Drake.
sack.
So glad he's not saying this out loud.
And
Because you
then
don't
Eck
know this
was.
is-
'Cause I
You
would've-
do see his face twist and contort, and his gray-like face twists and turn, and seems to change color based off the emotions that he's feeling.
Okay, and then you had said desires, locations. What were? Was there
Location of where you keep things, locations of your valuables,
any? Okay.
locations of your weapons.
Locations of valuables and
And
weapons. So that safe house is probably toast. and then desires was the other keyword.
Trying to figure out what is your goal. What do you desire, each individual? You get the understanding that they're trying to learn who you really are.
Okay. But does he have anything locked in, or is it like that's a goal?
It's a bunch of notes, and you get the sense that he has not been with you that long, because he was supposed to be with you for 7 days.
Got it.
But
Okay.
he's been with you for a day.
Very interesting.
Right.
Tell us what he knows to get to that airship quickly.
Okay. So
Tell us what he knows on that airship.
right. So after that, we should kill him immediately.
Turn his head into a canoe.
the funny thing
Into the
is,
ground.
he got hit by acid, so he is at death's door right now.
Great!
So you don't even have to roll. His head watermelons.
You know what?
And
Close
his
the
body
ending.
goes limp.
I get a really happy look, and then I like shove the plant at the body, and then I look at you.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
Really? Oh.
Close on mending, anyone?
Well, at least there won't. Wait a minute. I was just talking. Oh, it's not really going to work for me. I was like wanting straps and things, but
Well,
Do you have to
someone else can use it.
attune with those?
Yeah, well, assuming it's a cloak of mending.
I guess it's. that was actually not a bad idea to put
As-
the plant because
That doesn't make sense because as soon as he changed form and his body shift, the whole robes also shifted as well.
Oh, he just wasn't bothering to show the damage. He
God.
was like, it's mending.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he's dead. The plant's eating him. Are you done throwing up?
Oh, no.
Okay.
This is going to continue for several long minutes.
Sorry, the line. Turn his head into a canoe.
Okay.
God.
I'm going to sit there patiently for everyone. Once you finish,
Oh.
in your mom's voice, I'm going to go, "Are you done, honey?"
Do it again. Do it one more time.
This sounds like one of those things where if I do, you're going to hurt me.
That's correct.
You're very indirect.
you
So
know-
you want to know what he knew?
Please.
Keep talking.
Put that down.
Shut the hell up.
Put it down or I'm not telling you.
Drake,
This would be very advantageous, please.
look, we're dealing with something very big here.
Much bigger than
I
ourselves.
recognize what that was. And God does too. If we are fighting amongst ourselves,
Yeah.
we will never be able to escape this. You have
Sorry, I
people.
realize that I don't know what she was talking about, so it doesn't matter. I wouldn't point the gun at her. Retcon.
I mean, you would
Out of
for
shock,
the,
and after a moment, you just like,
just for the
From the
voice thing
sheer
you
shock
would,
of
but then
hearing
Yeah.
yeah. So
What did he know?
we should get everyone we trust to listen and everyone we don't, gesturing at the general group of strangers.
Well,
Why
we
not?
have the circle
Just
here.
like-
Let's test them real quick, and then we'll
So
talk amongst ourselves.
I probed into everyone's minds, and he was the only one who had any concern. However, the Tempered Eye have proven to be tricksy previously, so I don't trust any of them. That being said, he has only been with us on the ship. He didn't communicate anything back about us to the Tempered Eye, but he knows something about you and a book and a sack, and that was of importance.
A book and a sack.
It's not important. Keep going.
It was important, that's what I'm saying. He was trying to understand you. He was very confused by you. I don't know more than that, but you were a source of solid confusion in his mind.
I mean, that's Eck in general to most people, but
It
Right?
seemed
Hold on,
more
for
focused. Like he was more confused by him than by me.
I think he was probably confused on the why am I still alive?
you understand being the one that probed him, and he fails to have tactically. It was more of, why is this guy running from the Temple Dive? Why does he feel important?
Okay.
Right.
Then
Well,
let
God,
me-
God thinks that. Well, God. Excuse me.
You
Eck.
don't- you
I'm
don't
sorry.
know
Eck. I know, but Eck says this out loud. He goes,
Right.
He's that he's confused why, because he's wondering why I'm still alive.
He's wondering why you think you matter.
I'm not sure what's
I look over and don't say anything at Gaw.
Gaw's sitting down almost like a...
I don't say anything,
Child
but
at God.
I look over in a very knowing way at Gaw.
If anyone's capable of communicating with the safe house or any of the places where we have weapon or money or anything like that stored, you should let them know that they are royally screwed, because...
I have a sneaking suspicion. That's the butler who led us out of the mansion. Wasn't a butler. Wasn't the butler.
Possibly.
How else did he get us to the ship so quickly? The only ship that was available to leave immediately.
How else would the doppelganger have known to get on it?
Yes.
And what a wonderful way for doppelgangers to infiltrate.
Also, what a weird number. 21 crew members.
Infiltrate a new city to take it out from within. That's what the Marrakech do. That's what they do. They take over high positions of authority and move to what?
You're talking. I'm letting you finish.
It's a bit
There's a reason why I'm being so thorough.
circumspect for the tempered eye, honestly.
There's a reason why I'm being so thorough.
You have something to say, Nicholas?
I can tell you what his entire purpose was in tracking us, if that's of any interest.
Very.
What was his purpose?
Definitely.
Well, then you should let me finish talking. He was sent to figure out our desires as individuals. It was based on my understanding of what it is to observe. He was building a profile that would allow for manipulation and redirection of intent.
That's pretty on par with the tempered eye.
Yeah.
And
Find out what they want and steer that in the direction they want.
He hadn't quite gotten there, but there were big clues that he had from you, at the very least.
I mean, I think the answer is simple for him. He's very money oriented.
I don't think that was what his understanding was. That being said, the dragon was enough of a distraction that not much else was found out. So that's good news.
And he died in the attack.
well, the
Tragic.
trick is that there's all
Crash.
these witnesses.
He died in the attack. I look at everyone else.
One of them pops up. All of them are still standing there. The guards are currently just like...
He didn't make it.
What the fuck was that thing?
No, nothing good.
That was an agent of the tempered eye.
What's the tempered eye?
Good question. Better you don't know.
It would increase their survival at this point.
Good question. Better you don't know.
So
Captain, the nations will have good ale tonight.
I hold up my dwarven keg.
Inhale them. Ah!
Great.
Let's scan through everyone else, and then we'll
Holding
pre-brain
this
this.
collapsed keg that's about yay big.
Let's
Maybe
scan through
we'll
everyone
check.
else. You get your ale at the end.
Maybe.
Line up and you get a free beer at the end of it. Oh,
How do you
man.
make the dwarves line up?
by the way, all who's hurt, and I pull off I pull up my necklace, and goes, I'll take a drink first, and he, as I take a drink, a swig, some of my scars and the burns from the acid
Doesn't
go
it have
away.
a limited
and I
number
pull
of
the-
uses per day?
No.
You can do one creature once per turn, and he bought a lot of them.
But it's
my
once per
God.
day. It's once per day
That's right, once
for
per
one creature. So I,
Each creature can use it once a day. Oh,
Oh, geez, that's a
my
lot.
Yeah, he's
God.
a field medic.
Yeah. Here. Drink. Here. Drink. Here. Drink.
And not
it
long
doesn't.
ago-
It's
half of them are
like
broken
it's like 2d4 or something like
That's
that.
fantastic.
Maybe it's 44. So
So
Pretty damn good at healing.
it's still pretty damn good.
the doppelganger is disposed of. Their clothes
40.
their
I'm gonna check the rest. I'm going to check his gear loadout.
Okay. You find, not shifting rooms, what are they called?
Glamour?
Glamour rooms, yeah. Basically, the clothes that change to whatever form that he desires, which is very important for such a creature. You find a single note or a folded piece of paper that's in a letter, but has no ink when you open it up. You find a single leaf that has a small sigil on it. And you find a small vial of blood.
Do I recognize what this combination...
Make a history check. As you're not informed on every trick in the book, because
Right.
that's not your field.
That's an 18.
18?
History. Proficient in it. Who knew?
Yeah. The vial of blood is meant for tracking, and it's most likely someone that would. It's very customarily to have people of the Empire to donate blood, including you. Makes it easier to track.
Sure.
The leaf, you're not quite sure of, and the note was most likely a note until after it was read.
Is there anything that could be done, like a counter spell on it to make it, like, the words reappear if it was...
Like Arcana check.
Also, you want to check to see if it has a listening scroll on it.
We can throw it in the detect magic pile.
May as well.
That is a 14.
Or listening scroll on it.
14?
Or sigil.
Not you're aware of. If it's ink that just is... There's ways to have ink completely just evaporate off a page, and there's no way to get it back. Or at least for most means, but you... As far as you can tell...
I want to try something here. Gaw has shown this to me when he was doing some artwork in the caves and such. And he would show me pictures that he had taken and took a scratch of chalk and overlaid it, and you could see where someone had drawn.
Brilliant idea.
Ah,
I just so happen to have some chalk.
So
A couple of doors go to the fireplace, take some charcoal, and bring it to you.
Alright.
we need some
do you
like
want
a
an
flat
alchemy kit
surface,
roll?
right? A flat surface.
It's pretty simple, but make a general dex check.
Just make a rubbing of it.
Or, hang on. I think I may have... Cartography? Yeah, right. Basic dex check, fine. Guidance.
Okay, it takes about a minute. And there's not much on it. All you get is 19, 8, 4, 17, 3, 10, 1,
The numbers, please.
8.
What do they mean?
What did you find? What did you find, Drake?
Numbers.
Show me numbers.
It's a series of numbers.
It is. It doesn't necessarily correspond to the alphabet.
Are they in line? Are they in which way were they?
In a single line.
Could be anything to know what they mean.
You're still sitting on a rock.
You worked with the Marquette and their codes.
Oh shit.
Does that mean anything to you?
He looks over, a scarf replaced to a less wet one. There's a little bit of flame going on the right side.
I remember you told me that
it might be a cipher that points to another source material that you could look like maybe a book or another letter, and it would correspond to words within that book or letter.
He gets up.
The trick is not knowing what book or letter is referenced to that. I'm guessing if that might be what it is. I don't know. But I've seen where Ga would do these things, and this is why these folks are after us, or at least I think they're after us, is that Ga used to work with them, not because he wanted to, but...
Guy is currently scrabbling on the piece of paper. Gives it back to you, Drake. Says combination. Most likely safe containing something.
It's reasonable.
That's a complicated safe. That many numbers.
Dwarven make, maybe?
Guy comes over to Egg. Puts his hand on his chest. Puts it on yours. Seems sorry.
Why would you be sorry? Because we're broken? Because no.
We're broken.
Because you lost your jaw?
He begins to do a minor
No, this is...
incantation.
Look.
And says, I lied to you.
No.
God.
No.
Wait a minute. Why would you lie to me? You're everything to me. Why would you lie to me? You don't lie to me. You could never lie to me.
He lowers his head.
You're still working for them.
I take a couple steps back and actually stumble and sit on the ground.
Another word pops up. Desire.
For what? They promised to get your mouth back?
Seemingly placing his hand on his chest towards the direction of you.
What did they promise you?
For betraying me. What?
Promise to keep him alive.
They can't, they won't do it. They won't do it. You know it. They won't do it. What, are you going to go back to them?
He raises his arms towards the forest. The same word pops up. Outside.
That's fair. Completely uncharted.
More words. They let us. First time.
They didn't. Little. Pretty sure they didn't expect us to catch that one.
How can I trust you, God?
He looks up.
How do we know that you're not talking with them right now?
You're not them. You can't.
Turn around and kick a big ass stone as big as I can find into the water. I don't know what we do.
And
We're
that's
the
where
old...
we're going to end tonight's episode, everyone.
We have one of two options.
Oh fuck!
We'll find out next time.
Oh fuck,
I hope you
man!
enjoyed that, everyone.
Oh my god! Oh, you fucking asshole!
I was waiting. That thing
Played
has been
me, man. You
good
played
since
me.
day-
Oh,
well,
man.
sorry, not day one. Since the beginning of Eck.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
They've never come after you for a reason.
Wow. Wow. Good job, man.
I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode, part 2 of episode 6. After a dragon's fight in part 1, a crashed ship, stranded and currently finding charter to your next destination with a group that will travel with you.
Pretty much
With a doppelganger apprehended
There you go.
and handled, and a betrayal.
Epic proportions.
Yeah. Epic betrayal. Oh boy. Epic betrayal.
I hope you have a lovely night, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and hope you enjoy it. And see you next time on another episode of Together Roll. Take care.
Bye-bye, everybody. Oh my god, you asshole.